Roz, talk to me about Taylor Swift. So she endorsed Kamala Harris with a picture of her and the cat saying, "I'm a childless cat lady." But she also, I think, said, her fans need to decide on their own. Does she sway people to vote one way or the other?
Well, this is something that people have been watching very closely for, oddly enough, the Swift effect, because she has periodically waded into politics before, and she's made herself a bit of a target when she's done so, particularly on the Republican side. As she noted, she was doing this because there was a lot of disinformation about, her thoughts on the election and who she would endorse, and she felt she needed to say publicly that she was endorsing Kamala Harris and the reasons that she laid out in her statement. But she was very, very measured in what she said. She was explaining that she thought that Kamala Harris was a serious contender and why, but she doesn't want to tell her fans how to vote. She was explaining why she was going to vote in a certain way, and particularly that she felt, again, to that point that Leslie was making, people need to come out and vote, and it's important to do so, even if, you think that it's a foregone conclusion. How much that impacts is a bit hard to say because, again, her fan base is obviously across the entirety of the US, but is it really going to energize, again, those voters in the swing states who possibly are going to have the biggest impact of all in the end, those 6 to 7 heartland states? Is it going to drive people there to come out and vote enough for her, or is it really going to energize people who are in other parts of the country? So the geographic mix of Taylor Swift fans, dare I say, across the US does matter in this case, but it'll certainly be interesting to see how much that, again, puts that further energy into Kamala Harris's campaign after, as Leslie was saying, a few quiet weeks on her part.